guys, it's Kanan.
It's Jesse.
And we are the Geeky Sane couple, and welcome to our giveaway winner announcement video plus Q&A. In this video, we are going to announce the winners of our very first giveaway. Make sure you watch all the way toward the end of the video because that's where we're announcing the winners. And this is also going to be a Q&A because one of the steps to enter the giveaway was to ask us questions about us, about what we want to do on the channel, pretty much anything really you wanted to ask us. And we've got those. We're going to show off the prizes you're going to get, that the winners are going to get. Now, if you don't win, don't worry. This will not be our last giveaway. Once we hit 200 subscribers, we're going to have another giveaway. And once we hit 5 to 10 Patreon supporters, we'll do another giveaway, and so on. We're always going to be up to do giveaways.
There might be some little ones here in between. Like I just, on our recently post before we did this, there might be another small giveaway. It'll be a digital one. Like, we can do digital ones at random. Like, when I've come up with patterns, or we've come up with some type of design of something, so...
Yeah, it's the 200 one we set because that'll give us time to set up, what you have to do to enter and all that.
And what we want to do.
Now, subscribing will always be a requirement. So, people who have been subscribed from the beginning to who subscribes all the way up to 200, that way everyone qualifies to enter. Okay, so you wanted to show off once again what people will be getting, or are we going to do that?
We're going to do that when we announce, that way you guys will see. Because I did add something else. We didn't, unfortunately, find anything at the convention worth.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed out. I really didn't find much there either. All I found really were the charms that we found, a pair of socks.
Which we didn't find the charms until the last day,
yeah.
So we didn't realize that.
A pair of socks, a pair of ruby socks that I found, and an anime.
We'd love to give CoStar stuff away. So, future giveaway. They're just really expensive. They're amazing. Yeah. But that may be a future giveaway once we do get a bigger following.
And one day when the channel gets even bigger, we may do video game. We may give away some video games, some systems. You never know. Just that we have to get there first.
The more we grow, our next, maybe the 200 one, because it'd be big enough. We may do CoStar because they go to a lot of conventions. Plus, they also do. We can order and ship. So. Mm-hmm. That might be something to look forward to.
Yep. So, are we ready to get to these questions?
Yes. Our first question.
Now, I'm going to leave it up to you to name who said it.
Okay, our first one is from Thunderstorm F on YouTube, and it was, would you guys react to any other anime?
Okay, so the thing with anime is, sadly, we don't have any other streaming service. Like, we don't have a Crunchyroll. Like, I think Rooster Teeth First is all we really have, and that's mostly because of our internet connection. We just do not have good enough internet to constantly stream stuff. Like, you guys have seen our reactions. Sometimes Ruby even gives us a problem, and we don't want to have to pause constantly to let the video boot up and just ad-lib to keep you guys entertained. We want it to be, we want it to flow. Also, we work retail jobs, so we can't really afford the services right now. Another big thing with anime is copyright. I know there's probably a way to go around it. I'm just not familiar with it because other channels do react to anime, but the big ones like Toei and all the others, they are...
Funimation.
Well, Funimation just dubs anime. I'm talking about the ones who actually make it.
Well, Viz, then.
Yeah, like Viz and all them. They are very strict on their copyright. That's what's happened to some YouTubers here recently. If you just react straight to the anime, you'll get copyright striked and you'll be gone. And YouTube loves to take down small channels like ours because they don't hesitate. Now, the huge YouTubers who are up here, they get away with stuff, but small channels like us, we'd be gone. So unless there's like a loophole we can find,
if you know of one, let us know.
Yeah, because we would love to. It's just as of right now, as a small channel with what we can afford and the internet service we have, Ruby's the only thing we can straight up do right now. But in the future, hopefully.
It also depends also what we haven't already seen, like
Yeah.
enough to react to.
Oh, and if there's a particular anime that we would be interested in watching, because we've got kind of strict taste when it comes to anime.
Okay, next question. We've gotten this a couple times. Can you? And this one was from Dark Saber.
I've not checked yet if my computer can run it because I've got to buy it first. But I may wait until I can afford a capture card, which I do plan on getting a capture card with my tax returns.
So the next couple
Months
or so.
So when that happens, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a Let's Play of Minecraft. It'll either be off PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch that I'll do it off of. I don't know how entertaining I can make it, but I'll try. But I mean, that has been asked several times. Will I Let's Play Minecraft? So yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Just like one with the capture card, we'll probably do some more things. Like I'll do some Okami or
I am definitely
something.
Let's Playing Resident Evil 3 when it comes out in April.
Okay, next question. What kind of content do you guys plan in the future? I know we did touch on this in the intro, but we have also added since then. So
I'll let you go over the stuff you want to mostly do.
A lot of things. One, con stuff. We have a lot of video to go through that from the last convention. So
con vlogs.
Is definitely a thing. Once we start getting into building stuff, we're not doing too much more builds, but builds for like cons, like Colossal Con, we'll probably video when we go out to like a craft store or a hardware store or something, like pretty much an adventure of cosplayers, I guess you'd say. I've
cosplay tutorials.
Yes, cosplay tutorials. They're
Reviews.
Still coming. And reviews on things, especially because I'll be ordering more contacts and wigs.
Those probably will be far and few between for right now because a con just ended for us, and we can't go to too many. Like, we just don't have the money to go to a bunch. So the next one in line is not until June.
Yeah.
So you might not see cosplay reviews and stuff like that until closer to cons.
Yeah, I mean, contacts and wigs and stuff, depending on where I get them from, those may come in definitely a lot sooner because, well, shipping to me takes a while, especially for contacts. But there's also going to be, I'm going to start doing some like blueprint speedrun builds. I'm going to probably do some more painting builds. We'll prop builds, but we gotta wait until it gets a little warmer because the garage is really cold. So the big stuff, like things like that, we'll probably just do more story time stuff or more
unboxing videos.
More unboxing, yes. Our local store still isn't in stock yet, so that one is still on hold until they actually get into stock again.
And of course, we're always going to do Ruby stuff. Like once the hiatus starts, we're going to be doing some maybe some theory videos. I have already planned a couple of videos that I want us to do. I kind of want to do a little rant video on
recent events, like the fandom kind of being a little too obsessed with family interactions within the show. The stuff with shipping here recently, not in a bad way, but more like a social commentary on events that have been going on, because we're very fair when it comes to shipping and shipping behavior, but it needs to be talked about. We also have a video planned for Bumblebee about the build-up for Bumblebee between volumes 6 and 7, which 7 is not over with yet. A personal video on why we're so strong about Bumblebee. But the big thing that I am planning is Let's Plays. The trailer was supposed to have been a few weeks ago, but you all got to understand, she's the one with the editing experience. She's also the artist. I can't draw or anything like worth a flip. That's all left to me. Now that I have an airbrush machine, best Christmas gift ever, he'll actually be able to help me paint things, but the detail and drawing and painting, that's all me.
Yeah, so as of right now, I'm kind of just the one who's coming up with the ideas. But Let's Plays are definitely coming. Like I said, I'm mostly wanting to do horror games because I love horror games. Now, once I get a capture card, that'll open it up a bit more.
And that opens it up to me to be able to do things too. Probably things I'm actually good at.
Yeah.
Not Borderlands.
And one day when we get better internet, we would love to stream. But with our current internet situation, we just can't do that right now.
Space for us is also a factor.
Yeah.
We'll get to another question later and explain why.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just space, money, and internet. That's what's really keeping us from doing a lot more stuff. That's the reason why, if you guys notice, videos sometimes take a little bit to come up. It's because sometimes we literally have to leave the computer on all night for a video to upload. Yeah, we're kind of in that situation.
And I forgot to mention who this question was from. It's from Pyramid. And that is another question. And our next one is, are there any other fandoms that you're thinking of doing for content? Or, oh wait, no, that's a different one. Will you guys do more live reactions to different shows and animes?
This kind of goes with the question earlier. It depends on copyright and stuff like that. We've got no plans as of right now because we're still in Ruby season. If I had not already watched it before the channel was made, we would have reacted to, say, Has Been Hotel and stuff like that. But I had already watched it because our channel wasn't around when it first came up. So as far as like actual shows and animes, like I said, it really depends on copyright and all that. Now, as far as like other reactions, I wouldn't mind reacting to like just random stuff, like fail videos, scary videos, stuff like that. So, like I said, if you guys ever want us to see us react to a certain thing, like if there's a video you saw that you like, comment it to us. Say, hey, would you guys react to so-and-so? And we'll look into it. We would love ideas from you.
And this one was from the Penguin Poet. I think I missed one somewhere. This is the next one. We did miss one, and it was about the content of future other fandoms. Which, yeah, like I said, that goes with the other questions. We will be doing other things in the fandom. This one is from the Cat's Meow. I noticed you have Bloomin' to You manga, so I want to ask, how did you guys get into the series?
Okay. Well, as you can see, we've moved it.
Yes.
We're trying to move things
We're
around.
moving stuff around.
She has actually not read it yet. Back a long time, like, this was before Bloom Into You had gotten an official English localization. I had actually stumbled upon it on a website that I frequent that pretty much does fan translations of manga that's not localized. Then once it gets localized, they take it down. And I usually just get on there and read just random mangas, and I stumbled upon Bloom Into You and just really liked it. Liked the story that they were telling. And I'm always a sucker for a lot of people don't like the term Yuri, but that's the only thing I can come up with to call it. But I'm a huge Yuri fan, and it's not because of the whole two girls, that's sexy. It's because I have a problem with romance in anime in that a lot of them, it's just one big pervert joke. Like, the guy stumbling into the girls in the shower, and just all, the guy falling onto the girl and falling on her boobs and all that. I just got tired of all that. And Yuri, and I think she agrees with me, and Yuri, the romance most of the time is done right. It's emotional, it's actually romantic, it's soft, it's cute, it's sweet, it's legit romance. And that's what made me fall in love with that genre, and it's like I said in our shipping video, Strawberry Panic, first time I watched that anime, I bawled my eyes out because of how beautiful the ending was. So yeah, I mean, I loved the characters, I loved the story that was being told, and I'm a sucker for high school manga as well, so that's really as simple as that where it came from. It's just that it was a good written romance, and I really love the way it ended.
And this is another one that goes with it. Who is your favorite character in The Bloom to you, and how did you find yourself connected to that character?
Oh gosh. Oh man. Tell you the truth, I pretty much like both leading girls, and I find myself connected to both because with you, she has that problem of she can't turn down people who ask for help, and I may not come across like that sometimes, but I am the type where at the end of the day, if you ask me for help and if you ask me to help you with something, 9 times out of 10 I will do it. And with Toko, it has nothing to do with the story about her and her older sister, but like with her, I guess I just found myself in her shoes because when Jess used to live in Ohio, just that intense need for her to be here, you know. So that's really how I connect to both those characters. One of them is kind of my more, even though deep down inside I might not want to do the particular thing, if someone asks me to help them with something, I'll do it. And with the other one, just those intense feelings that you can feel for someone else.
Okay, gotten asked this. How about like a room tour or like a set viewing the setup and stuff? That's gonna be a while. We stated what before. We are very limited on space. The room we have is literally our recording studio, our bedroom, our gaming room, Minecraft room. So there's really not much here. What you see here is the huge amount, the main part. Though my whole collection's on the opposite side of the room. But because of my crafting table and all my craft stuff, it's hard to get to and see right now. Maybe if we can figure out a better setup for through this year, at some point we will do one. It's just going to take some time. And when we get a house, we'll definitely do, and we'll probably do a main.
We also
main
share
house.
this. We also share this house with others.
Yeah, so it's not just us.
Yeah.
But once we do get our own place, we'll probably, once we're in and everything, we'll probably actually even do a whole, like a workshop studio.
Oh, for sure.
And then we'll probably go through the entire main house. And the idea came from that is actually Kamui cosplay.
Well, I mean, other YouTubers have done it.
But it was the recent one I had seen. They showed their workspace, and then they showed at least the main parts of the house that they use that you'd see. So that was definitely an idea.
Also, we wouldn't want to do it now because, other people's privacy and all that. But once we're able to get our own place, which hopefully that's going to be here soon.
We're trying.
We will do we'll do a full house tour. So that's what the plans are for that. Did you read who asked that?
That one was also from, those last 3 questions were all from the cat's meow. So, okay. Next question. What do you like about Ruby?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so, I mean, I've been around through the fandom for a long time, but I really got into it, and I don't know, just something about the characters. I mean, I've had friends tell me, oh, well, the voice acting, everything is, one, you have to give credit. This started just as a web show, and most of you guys watching all know this. This started as something small, and look at how big it's become. The characters are so, you can relate to so much of them, and this is going to go into our personal video as well, that's why, I mean, I connected with Yang, and then Blake was definitely a big thing for me, but all the characters in the show, you just relate to them, you get close to them. The show's very meaningful. I mean, that's why we're so passionate about the show, and so that's pretty much where it all started. So Ruby's just become part of our lives.
Yeah, for me, I remember when the show first came out, back in the day. I think I was still in college at the time. I think, um, but at that time, living at my parents' house, we had worse internet than here. We were still stuck on dial-up, so I couldn't watch Volume
He
1.
couldn't talk to me until after a certain time.
Yeah, like I couldn't like I could not watch Volume 1 at all. Even if back then that's when the episodes were like could be 5 minutes long. It took hours for a 5-minute video to load. And then by the time it came out on DVD, I didn't have no money, so I couldn't buy it.
Yeah, I always struggled with the internet thing too. I mean, I had better internet than him, but we shared a computer. It was a desktop. It was old. It was slow, so I couldn't really watch that. So once I finally started getting into it, I started, watching episodes. And then the first episode that really caught my eye that I saw, that I went back and started rewatching everything, was the food fight. I happened to see that clip. I was like, wait a minute. Went back and just started rewatching.
So even though I couldn't watch it, I kept up with it, like what was going on. And then by the time Volume 2 came out, we had slightly better internet, so I could watch it. I watched all of Volume 1, then started watching Volume 2. And the thing what I really liked about it is, like, for one, I love strong, independent, badass female protagonist. You can ask her, like, if a video game's got a female lead, or if you can be a male or female character in a video game, I always pick female. Because we'll go into that in another video. Another reason why I choose strictly female characters. But if it's a game series like Kingdom Hearts that I really like, I don't care to play as Sora, etc., etc. So I liked that. But when I really delved into it, I loved the fairy tale connection,
yes.
like the relations. For me, to get into something, you have to connect to the characters. Because if the characters suck, it doesn't matter how good or bad the story is written. If you can't connect to characters,
it makes it hard.
It makes it really hard to care about something. Right off the bat, I connected with Yang, and to this day, Yang is still my favorite character. Blake's my second favorite. Even though for a while I really couldn't stand Weiss, she's the queen now. Ruby, sadly, is still probably my least favorite out of the main four. Just, I don't have much to connect with her, but you still like her, So yeah, the characters is the main thing. The fairy tale connections, and just all the parallels to stuff, and just the stuff that you've really got to pay attention to, which a lot, and I mean a lot of people in this fandom miss out on. They take stuff at face value and then turn this show into something it's not.
It's like reading a book. You have to read the in between the lines. You have to read the hints, the subtle hints. I mean,
and I love it when a show has that you've actually got to rewatch it a couple times to see everything, see every little minute detail within the story beats, the character interactions, what the overall plot that's being told. Which is why, the Blake and Yang versus Adam fight, to me, to this day, is one of the best fights, storytelling-wise, because it's kind of like with pro wrestling. Yeah, it's two sweaty guys in their underwear grappling with each other, but there's a story there that they're telling. That's the psychology part of pro wrestling. With Ruby, that's also what they try to do with a lot of their fights. Now, some fights, yes, they're just fights. But with Blake, Yang, and Adam, there was a story stripped through that entire fight. And, of course, it was for sure Beauty and the Beast versus Gaston.
And it leads back to even earlier episodes and stuff. But the thing you have that...
That's what I love about Ruby.
That's one thing you have to understand, though. It goes the same thing with, like... Even those... Because I know people who didn't read the books and they just watched the movies, like Harry Potter. The further you went into the movies, the further you went into the story... Things that started out in the beginning and up start making more sense. Which somebody posted something on our post today or the other day, and it was a picture of Blake and Ilya, and the look on her face when she says she was taking her back to Adam. Okay, that look now after the fight with him and everything, that makes so much sense, and that's actually gonna be another thing in our video.
That's another problem that a lot of these critics fail to realize is, you know, one episode will come out and people will pick it apart, but then 3 episodes later, stuff earlier in the volume starts to make sense. You've got to wait till the whole entire thread is made, guys. You can't just see the snippets of it and then make a whole entire judgment. Wait till the whole entire picture is painted.
It's one thing to make a theory and all, but
yeah, theories are fine. But like I'm trying to think of one right off the bat, but I'm not going to be able to. But like, you know, that's just the one problem I think people have when they judge RWBY episode by episode. I really think RWBY is meant to be watched all together, and it works better that way than episodic. Did you say who asked that one?
They have another question too, and this also, forgive me the name. I'm just gonna spell it. It's at MOP3Y1. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it was off. This was when we got on Twitter. It says, "Do you have any other favorite anime? Maybe something you can recommend."
Dragon Ball, if you've not seen it. For me, it'd be Dragon Ball. There's Yu Yu Hakusho, Full Metal Alchemist, Rurouni Kenshin. What else have I seen? I've not seen it yet, but I've seen parts of it because of our internet situation, and I'm not paying almost $50 for a season set right now. I've heard My Hero Academia is really great.
Yeah, we've been told to watch it, and we can't. For me, obviously Sailor Moon's a given, and I add on to the Dragon Ball. For me, it's also gonna go into some of even the Yuri stuff that we have. One of my favorite ones, besides Strawberry Panic, yes, definitely, hands down. But Saki was another one.
Yeah, and Saki's funny is that
it's cute.
it's not really a Yuri because like
it's got the subtext.
It's got the subtext, but it's an anime about mahjong, and it's one of those sports animes where it's kind of like the basketball ones where it's pretty much them playing basketball, but all the players have got like supernatural abilities or whatever, and that's how it works. It's really, really entertaining anime. I never thought I'd.
The one that you thought I wouldn't like,
Yuri Kuma Orochi.
I fell in love with it.
It's a really weird anime. Yoro Yuri, hilarious show. Then there's Kashimashi, Girl Meets Girl.
We have the OVA for.
Oh, Kase-san.
Yes.
Watch the OVA for that. That is an amazing little OVA. Heck, I just watched one here recently. It's got it's got a bit of nudity in it. Like, it's not a hentai, but it's close. It's called Seven Mortal Sins.
We learned about that at a
Yuri panel. It's actually really good as far as the story goes, but it's pretty much it takes place in hell. Like, all the mortal sins are female, and Lucifer has just fallen from hell, and she's trying to take over. I mean, yeah, you kind of see where this is going.
One thing with Sailor Moon,
it was actually really good though. Like, the fighting was good in it. It does have a ton of fan service in it, but if you look past that, it's actually a pretty good story.
Now, with the Sailor Moon ones, yes, I mean, I've been a fan since I was like 5-6 years old. So, I highly suggest watching even any of them. Like, yeah, the original dub, it wasn't correct, but there's parts of it that's still special to me. But the redub that Viz has done and actually stayed close to the original run of it I do recommend watching it. I know a lot of people said, oh, Viz did this. No, they kept real close. And later, in the recent ones they released, it proved that, especially with the stuff with Uranus and Neptune. But Crystal, he's actually watched Crystal, and it follows the manga closer, and he actually said he even liked it, so we watched through that one. We're still waiting for the next one. it's been announced. But yeah, I mean.
And then there's also another one that you really liked, Bodacious Space Pirates.
I liked that one a lot.
Other well-known animes like Inuyasha is good. If you don't mind heavily political talk, the Gundam series are really good. I watched Gundam Wing back on Toonami a long time ago, and I did not understand half the stuff they said, but it was still a kick-ass anime. If you like harem anime, there's the Tenchi series. I remember watching that on Toonami back in the day. Another really good anime, as long as you're not easily offended, Ghost Stories. This anime has the best English dub in the world. Just, if you don't want to risk buying it because it may offend you, watch some clips on YouTube. Like, she was laughing. Okay, it's hilarious.
We're to the point also, next time we get the chance, we're actually going to have Monica Rial say it.
Oh, also, we have seen the Madoka animes. Those are good.
Yes, I know somebody had suggested it to us since I like Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
but
we've seen them
We have
all.
seen it.
Though I think a new one got announced.
We have watched Kill la Kill as
Kill
well.
la Kill. That was a really good one. That's all the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Especially that we've seen.
Yeah. Oh, well, of course, there's Pokemon, but I've not watched Pokemon since
I haven't either, but
a long time ago.
If for anyone that, I don't know anyone that hasn't, but the original, all the way up until, like, the first, 2 or 3 movies, kind of where I started to go off, but I still watch here and there, but I'll go back and watch that all the time. Like, we still don't, we're still trying to get the collection of that.
Yeah, so that's all we can think of off the top of our head. It may be stuff you may be interested in seeing, maybe not, but that's all we've seen as of right now.
Okay, and our last one is from at Raven Bronwyn, and it's, what is the first cosplay you and Kanan did as individuals? Mine's longer, so you go first.
So that means not couple cosplay, right?
Yeah, because everyone's seen a lot of our couple ones, and that's what it was stated. I mean, our first
one we did together was Yu Narukami and Naoto Shirogane from Persona 4.
Sailor Moon was the second one. Now, Ruby came later, so...
Yeah,
for
Ruby
us,
came
but
much later.
Sailor Moon and...
Tuxedo Mask
were our second one, but the first two was you and Naoto.
Yeah, we did a male Korra and Asami, which you guys have seen in our intro. We've done Goku and Chi-Chi. What was the first costume I did just by myself? I know there's been one. There's had to have been. I think.
Yeah, but you also, because before I really even had Asami, you had Korra.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Korra as far as my first
Korra.
individual.
And my first was Lightning. And I didn't just do the first 13 Lightning. I went straight for Savior.
Yeah.
Oh boy, was that costume a disaster now that I look back.
Because you didn't even make it.
I didn't make that first one. So yes, I'm admitting, yes, it is okay to buy your cosplays. Not everyone is skilled. But at the time, I just wanted to go. I wanted to have fun. But the costume came like...
Oh, we also done Leon and Ada.
Yes,
as well.
we did do Leon and Ada. The costume came like 10 sizes too big. Like, you could fit me and him in that costume. It was so big. So it required me to completely fix it. It was still a complete disaster.
She also went to her first con without me. Can you believe that?
But Lightning was my very first, at least as far as cosplay and the conventions go. I mean, I've dressed up in costumes for years, but yeah, Lightning was my first, and that's actually the picture I usually show everybody from where I started to now. I mean, especially if you put it next to Blake now, like, the look, it's, I've come so far.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why winning recently it was a pretty proud thing to have happen, so.
Yeah, and the reason why Korra was my first is because I really, really enjoyed Legend of Korra. I'm going to say something controversial here. Way more than I enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender. And that's just because Avatar was a little bit too kid-friendly for me. I like dark stuff. Okay, you can ask her. If a cartoon's got a bit of darkness in it, I'll like it. That's why I liked Korra. Because, I mean, come on. The first season ended with a murder-suicide of the main villain. And so yeah, I just really liked Cora as a character. I love the growth she went through between books 1 through 4. And you can ask her. I was a little apprehensive doing a character that's originally female and doing a male version, but she had to reassure me thousands of times that
a lot of people do it. I mean, there's so many versions.
I mean, it does seem like that girls do more female versions of male characters than male characters do male versions of female characters.
But he gets stopped a lot as Cora, and especially the fact that reach back and grab her. He not only was just Cora, but we have Naga.
That she made.
Yes, that I made, and she needs a little bit cleaned. But yeah, he walked around and everyone loved it.
I've not taken Cora to a con in a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Because you still need to redo Asami.
We actually, for the year we got engaged, we did the beach versions, and we put sunglasses on Naga. Which everybody loved that too.
We are planning, though, I guess for Colossal maybe, since it is now the 20s again, we are going to do a 1920s style Cora and Asami at some point.
Yeah, some point this year. Colossal, maybe. It depends on if I can get the dress. There's a lot of beating in those dresses.
And wearing a suit in June.
If we go to MatsuriCon, which we're really trying since there's other cons like that aren't probably going to happen this year, Matsuri will probably be a good thing to go to. Plus, they've got a lot of nice indoor hotel areas, which we could actually do a proper 20 shoot.
Yeah, because our plan this year is OhioCon, which we already did, Colossal Con, which is in June, MatsuriCon, which is in August, and maybe RamenCon in September.
Ramen is maybe.
We actually work at that one, but...
So we're just waiting on reconfirmation for some things.
And if not, oh well, I won't miss it.
And we're actually planning one that we should have been we should have went to so far forever.
Because it's local.
Yes, is YamaCon, and that's here in Pigeon Forge.
And the biggest reason why we haven't went is because it's usually so close to Christmas.
Yes, it is the first weekend in December, but now we have a friend that actually wants to come and go with us.
Yeah,
And so I was like, well, go a day and we'll just go take advantage of everything else in the area. I mean, working for a huge company, as you know.
And of course, if we had the money, we would definitely be going to RTX. But
right now, that's really looking as not unless something happens or
we win the lottery.
Or if our Patreon support actually skyrockets. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
yeah, at this point, that's the only way we're going to be able to go is if we get a lot of Patreons.
If we get a lot of patrons or somebody that wants to really send us there. Like, I mean, I've seen it happen, and no, we're not asking for that. I'm just saying,
because if we don't go this year, we'll go next year.
Yeah, I've seen people, you know, they'll want us to help and send somebody. So, I mean, if that happens, great. We'd appreciate it, but, I mean, we're not asking for that.
Yeah, I ain't going to lose sleep.
No, we're a little sad, you know, seeing all the posts, but, you know, hey, like I said, something could happen, we could go. And you guys will be the first to know that. Okay.
Well, I'm leaving this part up to you. It is time to announce the winners.
Okay, the first one we're going to do is one I added is a custom art painting. So pretty much you tell me what you want, I'll sketch and draw it and actually paint it. So it's going to be something like a painting like this, only a thinner canvas, which are over there. But a custom painted anything. And that one goes to... Again, I can't pronounce that. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but you are the winner for the custom painting. Okay, hand this one to you. This one, I put both the winners. We picked 2 winners for 2 prints of your choice. And those 2 are at Raven Bronwyn and Pyramid. Yeah, you guys are the winners of the prints, and you'll just make sure you message me so I can get an address so I can send them, and that way so you can pick the prints that you want. Same thing with everybody. Make sure you get to me. I'm gonna maybe about 48 hours just to give people enough time because different time zones.
Well, that, and we gotta figure out when we're gonna actually be able to send the stuff off.
Yes. And then our big winner for also with 2 prints, but our winner for both the figures. Hold on. I only had 2 dry erase boards. Give me a minute.
I have a feeling if these two met, Uranus would so be hitting on Blake. And Yang would get mad. While Neptune just giggled.
Yeah, probably. And our winner is I'm the Cat's Meow. You are the winner, and you get these 2 figures as well as 2 prints of your choice. And we just want to thank everybody, for the comments, the support, and for just subscribing and showing us all the love so far. It means so much to us. So.
And like we said, this will not be the last giveaway. Everybody will always have a chance to win. So we're at, I think, 126. It keeps going up and down. We were at 127. But once we get to 200 subscribers, we will do another one. It'll be a bigger one. And if, heck, we might get in the mood to do one at 150. You never know.
If we find something, it depends. Like, something may show up at work or somewhere we go, and hey, that'll be a good giveaway.
Because you guys got to remember, we're buying this stuff out of our own pocket to give for you guys.
Patreon, we unfortunately lost one, so we're back down to just 2. We still appreciate you guys so much. But once we hit 5 and then 10, those are 2 different giveaways as well.
And please remember, if you are a Patreon supporter, we're trying to build our following up a little bit more now.
The contents have been a little bit slow, and I am building up some of the higher tiers as well. But I do have some stuff I'm going to be posting for those of you in the lower tiers. It's hard.
And we are going to make a graphic for the beginning of the videos to thank our Patreon supporters, and stuff like that. So, like I said, if you didn't win, don't be sad. There'll always be another chance to win something. Just remember, you guys stay subscribed. You can't. You'll automatically be disqualified if you do unsubscribe. But like I said, once we get to 200, that'll give us time to think up rules and all that, because we don't want to do the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
But congrats to the winners. And this was fun. I like Q&As, so I like doing them. So
send us more questions, because we'll just do more.
Yeah. But we've actually got a good number of videos planned for the rest of the week. Plus, there's our Ruby reactions and our analysis, and hopefully some more video game trailers come out that we'll be doing for you guys. And until then, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment. Winners, please get in contact with her.
Yes, get in contact with me.
If you're not on Twitter, or if you're still not following, follow her. The link's in the description down below.
You can, if you don't have it and you just follow, and I know you don't put it over YouTube, but there's an email address. You can actually email me as well. It's connected completely to my phone. All of that is.
So email her, DM her on Twitter,
Facebook, anything.
Yeah,
you can message me on anything.
Send us your information so we'll know where we're sending this stuff. And support us on Patreon. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Check out all the links in the description. And stay tuned for more content. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.